In my book, Zenith 2016, which among other things noted that the year of Donald Trump's presidential election had been foreseen by prophets and sages for thousands of years as the apex date, when governments would begin shifting toward the spirit that is predicted on the Great Seal of the United States, the Antichrist, followed by the actual man of sin's arrival and acceptance on the global stage in the year 2025, which...
Guess what? And here's something I would tell people. Why would I pay any attention to Strauss and Howe? First of all, because they are historians. They did a fabulous job supported by facts. But in their book, which was written 25 years ago, so before 9/11, you know, we just commemorated 9/11 here in the United States of America. Before 9/11, they wrote in their book, they said, we foresee a cataclysm is coming, a catastrophe is coming. We imagine that this could be terrorists seizing passenger airliners and crashing them into iconic buildings that will then set in motion the growth of what we would call the Patriot Act, a surveillance state, where people begin surrendering their civil liberties and the state begins, and the Fed begins to grow in its power and authority and the suspension of civil rights. They said, we think that will be followed by something like a contagion, a coronavirus, which is going to further bring about the result of the diminishing of civil liberties and also the beginning of mandatory things like vaccines and things like that. So go back, you can get a copy of the book that has the copyright from 25 years ago in which they're writing about this.
Yes.
So I started looking at these guys and saying, well, you might be running from your calling, but you guys are prophets, right? They accurately foresaw that. Well, then why would I talk about that in here? Because they also specifically named the year 2025. They named it 25 years ago as what they saw as the epic moment in which a global world totalitarian government would be formed as a result of chaotic events that brings essentially the whole world to its knees through things like bioterrorism and different kinds of disease strains and contagions. Everything they wrote has come to pass. And that the fact that they targeted the year 2025 to me was amazing.
Bitcoin and other crypto is digital currency that can be bought and sold directly without a middleman like a bank. President-elect Trump has vowed to build a national strategic reserve of Bitcoin.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done.
Trump's promise to deregulate the industry and Tesla CEO Elon Musk, longtime support of crypto, well, they're really fueling investments, driving the price sky high. Experts are giving advice to people wanting to jump into the investment.